We've all seen a man at a liquor store begging for your change. The hair on his face is dirty red, locked in full of mane. He asked a man for what I can spare with shame in his eyes. Said, get a job, you fucking slobs, all he replied. Well, God forbid you ever have to walk a mile in his shoes, 'cause then you really might know what it's like to have to lose. And then you really might know what it's like, what it's like. And then you really might know what it's like, what it's like. And then you really might know what it's like, what it's like. And then you really might know what it's like. Mary got pregnant from a kid named Tom, said he was in love. He said, don't worry about a thing, baby doll, I'm the man you've been dreaming of. But 3 months later, he won't dare to return her call. She swears, goddamn, if I find that man, I'm cutting off his balls. And she heads to a clinic and she gets some static walking through the door. They call her a killer and they call her a sinner and they call her a whore. Well, God forbid you ever had to walk a mile in her shoes, 'cause then you really might know what it's like to have to choose. And then you really might know what it's like, what it's like. And then you really might know what it's like, what it's like. And then you really might know what it's like, what it's like. And then you really might know what it's like. I've seen a rich man beg, I've seen a good man sin, I've heard a tough man cry. I've seen a loser win and a sad man grin, I heard an honest man lie. I've seen the good side of bad and the downside of up and everything between. I licked the silver spoon, drank from the golden cup, and smoked the finest green. Stroked the fattest dimes at least a couple of times before I broke their heart. You know where it ends, but it usually depends on where you start. And there's this kid named Max, he used to get fat stacks out on the corner with drugs. He liked hanging out late, he liked getting shit-faced and keep space with thugs. Until late one night there was a big old fight and Max lost his head. He pulled out his chrome 45, stuck some shit and wound up dead. His wife and his kids are caught in the midst of all this pain. You know it comes that way, at least that's what they say when you play the game. Well, God forbid you ever had to wake up and hear the news,